Okay, beautiful world. This is the exciting part. This is part 2 of this tutorial. And what we're gonna do here is show you how to do a 2-camera Kinect to motion capture rig. If you saw it earlier in the first part of the tutorial, I have 2 Kinect 2s right here. One's there and one's there. They're about at a 90-degree angle from one another, and I'm going to show you how we set it up. As you can see, there are 2 Kinect 2 cameras set up here, as you may have noticed in the first part of this tutorial. So we're going to make sure those are selected, both 1 and 2. Then we're going to go to record video. At this point, we need to, guess what, set up the background. So we'll click on background, same thing, duration of 10 seconds, start delay of 10 seconds, so I can get the heck out of the way. I'm going to stick with this table in the room here because we're gonna do another Green Dude's waking up from 128 years of cryosleep. And what I'd like to do is we're gonna shoot Green Dude wakes up from cryosleep. Let's check our notes. Green Dude waking up. Green Dude getting on the spaceship from the L train. Green Dude getting out of the spaceship. And then Green Dude waving. And I'll reference those parts in the video when we get closer. Now I will put chair back in its place, and we will evaluate background. One 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 1,000. And of course, as before, I set the duration for 10 seconds because the more data the better. Keep in mind, there's a lot more data going on here. Even with 1 camera, these files are pretty huge considering the resolution. It's not just the camera data, it's the depth perception data of the infrared camera. So there's a lot of data. And doubling that by 2, 30 seconds is easily a gigabyte file. Maybe even less than that. And I'll show you once we get there. So now we're in record, and we're going to do the most critical part of this whole 2-camera setup. And that is establishing the 2 cameras are in the same scene for the IPI Mocap Studio 4 setup. So this is just to get the background set up, and this is just to get the cameras aligned for Mocap Studio. And this is how we do it. Grab a handy dandy piece of cardboard. I mean, it could be anything. I originally used a nice big cutting surface, but it was a bit too heavy to wield around. So I just got this piece of cardboard, and we're gonna do like this. First, I want to step back enough. I got this dang chair in here, or this stool, coffee table. So I think that's gonna work. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I can get each camera connecting both sides, or each camera shooting both sides of this as I slowly drag it across. Looks like it's clearly in the frame for both of those. Okay, so start recording. I'm going to go nice and slow. Try to keep it as straight as possible. And there we have it. Now I'm going to stop the recording. Now I'm going to import this video into Mocap Studio 4. Okay, one thing about my setup here. Real quick disclaimer. I'm using 2 different computers because I ran out of my 30-day trial. I did that kind of haphazardly. I'm not quite ready to purchase this, and after this test, investing $700 into a product that I will use all the time for work and production is all right. It's cool. But to know that you can not only work on a project, you got 30 days, is a really great time period to experiment. You get full access to the software, both camera setups for the infrared Kinect 2s, and I think up to 6 cameras for the regular RGB cameras. Because I've never tried that. It might work out great, and considering how many you could have around, it might even be better, but these are the tools I'm using. And I doubt it would be better because it doesn't have the depth. Moving on. We're going to open up Mocap Studio 4. Yes, we will continue using the free trial. I'm going to go to New. And I'm going to select background with table. And as I said, I think it's 30 seconds, maybe it's 40 seconds. It's 1.4 gigabytes. So these are large files, my friends. I'm going to open that. Now we're going to select calibration project. Okay. And we're going to press finish. Now you see one camera, so we're going to go to view and show depth from all sensors. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with the processing power or if it renders a more manageable end result, but I'm going to go ahead and go back to view and select off video because we really only need the 3D data. And at this point, we're going to pray to the gods in the universe beyond everything, hola hele hela la hola la la, that this works out. Because at this point, this is quite a process to go back to the original thingamajigger and redo that video. So click on the calibrate based on board and let's see what it does. Those green dots are a good sign. Okay, got some yellow dots, got some pink dots, some green dots. Give me the green dot. Oh yeah, there's the green dots. All right, yeah. Oh shoot. One thing I forgot to do, and I don't know how important it is to calibrate this. We'll see. Failed. Okay. Let's hope this works out. I'm going to go ahead because this system is really fidgety and sometimes don't save. It's better just to start over. As I said before, I have opened this program up and gotten a completely different result than I had the previous time, basically by just quitting it and starting over. So we're going to go to New, and we're going to select background with table, open, and calibration project, finish. Now, what I didn't do now, I'm down here in the bottom of the monitor, and I'm moving the arrow, see it's right here, it's 2 black arrows. If I move it a little bit to the right, it's 2 white arrows, and that allows me to grab that footage and bring it back to exclude. Okay, now if you notice when it goes up here, it's falling off. And to be honest, the last time I did this and when it worked, I didn't turn off the video. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but this round I'm just gonna let it roll with the video on. It's not necessary. I have enough computing power and storage. Let's just let it roll. It's something to be worth, it's something to experiment with for sure, but this is how I got it going last time. I did not turn off the video, but we still need to go to view and show depth from all sensors. Okay. And now calibrate based on board. Yeah, to be honest, I feel like I should be seeing a lot more dots. But I feel like I'm seeing more dots this time than we did the last round. To my point, just shut it down and restart it and start over again. And boom, it looks like a good lock. And boom, perfect. Yes, that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, this is what we wanted. So the one missing thing, maybe I'll edit it in so you guys can see it in sequence. You don't just save this file. You go to Scene, and then you go to Save Scene, and then save your calibration file as such. So now, and you know, I didn't cut off that end, which probably totally threw off the track, which goes to show you that when you're starting it, when you start the recording in IPI Recorder, right? You got the countdown, so you're already in the T-pose ready to go. But if you're moving in and you don't have that countdown, it's gonna get you coming away from potentially, you know, the mouse, starting to press record, and it might get off track. So it's every little detail you want to be conscious of as to how you affect all these scenarios. And I don't know if it's any difference leaving the video on or off as opposed to, you know, the last round we turned it off and we just had the depth data there. I doubt that's affecting this. I just left it on this time because the last time I had a perfect track, it was left on. And the most important thing, though, I believe, and why it worked this time was the fact that I trimmed up the back end. Now, also, if you notice, it seemed like there were more dots being tracked the second time I opened this software up and started to do the tracking, which is just one of the funky funks of this this setup. So now we're going to File, Save Project As. Calibration, background with table. And now we can go back to IPI Recorder and bang out some fun good times and actually get a 3D track. Hopefully it works. Will it work? Will it not work? I don't know. This is the first time. Every time, it's a good time. Awesome. So I will minimize this whole computer and we will open up IPI Recorder. Lo and behold, it doesn't even see the Kinect sensors, even though they're both on. So it's just testy. Let's see if we can't do something about that. Oh, because we already had another session open. Now, we have the background set, so we really just need to go and record. All right, let me gear up from this. Itch my head, 'cause wearing hats makes your head itch. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay. If you remember, we need our beats so we know when to move. Our beats are our click track, so we will bring Ableton Live. Ba-ba-da, and you don't have to bring Ableton Live. I just like Ableton Live for so many reasons. I use it to do multi-track recordings. I use it very untraditionally as to how a lot of people use Ableton Live as a multi-sequencer, etc. But for this purpose, you got your loops, you press the play, press the space bar, and boom, we got our time. But you could literally just play a track in Media Player or any other application that has playback so you can hear yourself and shake your ass to the beat, man. Okay, so we're gonna go to this view here, and I'm going to press play. I'm gonna put my chair back. Okay, now start recording. I got my countdown, so I got 10 seconds. Now I want to face the middle of the room between the two cameras. Okay. I'm going to move a little bit slowly. Hopefully it helps with the tracking. Stretch, 128 years. Yeah, we are out of our cryopod, excited, dancing around. We're gonna jump over our cryopod because we can, because we're green dude and we love to dance and all sorts of shit. All right, so that's our scene. Hopefully it tracked and we don't have to worry about all that drama. We're gonna close this. And because I am using a computer that is literally 5 miles away to process the IPI, I need to upload this file to Dropbox. And I'm not seeing that file. Oh wait, it's right here. 907. Yeah, that's a huge file. It's gonna take 10 minutes to upload to Dropbox, so we'll be right back. All right. We are back onto this machine, and now we need to find our file. So we're still where we left off in Mocap Studio, and I will go into File, New Project. Green dude, wake up. Open. Now this is an action project. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go into calibration. There we go. So you can see it's a different it's a different icon altogether. So background with table. Open. Next. One actor. I'm curious to get two people in here and see how that works. Back to 6 foot 2 inches. Finish. Okay, now we start off like that. Blah 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 blah. But we don't need all this back end poopy. Oh, and I think this file is .8 gigs. We'll stop right there. So I'll bring this back to here. Then we will start from the beginning. Use fast tracking algorithm. And we will do a track forward just to get this party started. Looks like everything's dead on thus far. Big stretch. It's interesting how it kind of bent me the opposite way I was bending. I could see how head tracking would come into, woo, we jumped over the table. I don't know if you can notice, but it seems like the head falls off my head. But that looks pretty good. You know what? Let's try that again. We're gonna go with flexible lower spine. And actor. That's a big one. That's funny. So 6 feet looks about dead on. Maybe bring the body mass up a little bit. It's hard to tell from the side. Tracking. Well, we'll do the jitter removal later. And then let's do a forward track again. Yeah, it looks like right now it looks like my actual body is taller than the IK rig, but before, oh no. Green dude's jamming out. My head seems to be a little bit more accurate. Okay. Just for shits and tickles, let's bring in Green Dude. We're going to go to set target character. I'm going to grab my dude. Don't worry about that. The name of that Green Dude says 30 frames per second. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with anything because it's just a static model. Let's bring this back. You can zoom in and out like you can in any 3D software. I'm just kind of seeing how accurate this stuff looks. See, you can see a lot of jitter in the arms and the shoulders. That sucks. That is not going to fly. We'll have to adjust that somehow. See how accurate we got this jump down. Yeah, that looks good. Nah. All right. Personally, I'm going to go back and retrack. See if you look at where I'm standing. Okay, so that's about dead on there. What's the blue stuff? Yeah, so that's where I had it last time. Let's just bring it to 510, how we had it last time. And then we will track forward. I'm going to see what enable head tracking does with this because it's missing my head a little bit. You might see how it oftentimes screws this up though. Okay, so this is where the scene starts, right about here. That's cool how it got the my legs were crossed and then they uncrossed. Oh, it doesn't look like my leg got caught up this time. So that was a benefit of doing it again and or just adjusting the height. And the head tracking looks like it's on. Cool. Oh, the arm gets a little weird there. But it's not terrible. You can fix some of this stuff in once you get it in Cinema. Okay. Let's go to 4 on the trajectory filter. Okay, options. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. Okay. And we'll bring this up to 4. Do it. Yeah, so this file is 28 or 2.8 gigs, and it's a minute long. It'd be really cool if that right arm cleans up after this. I can't tell what I was actually doing. But this is pretty cool. So let's use this file, export animation. Oh, one thing, big deal. Export overlaid, because, well, I mean, technically you could just move your guy into place in the scene once you get it into Cinema 4D or whatever, Blender or Maya. And then this is all the data you're going to get. But I'm just going to go with I guess you could trim this down because I don't have any fingers. It says it's unused. That's interesting. So because I have no fingers, even though they're tracked, they're just unused. So I doubt that data will spit out. I don't think I've ever seen it. But okay, let's put a new folder. Green Dude FBX exports. Well, let's do Green Dude Wake Up _1, just in case we have multiple versions of it. Export T-pose for the first frame. Center coordinate system on the character's position. That's fine. Target frame rate 24. And yeah, 7.4 works fine for Cinema. I'm not exactly sure about that though. But I've used it and it works fine in Cinema, so let's do that. Okay. I'm gonna quit that out. Now we're gonna move on to the next jammer. Let's check our list. Checking it twice. Gonna find out if Green Dude was naughty or nice. Okay, so we've got two more, essentially, because the third and the fourth one are basically the same. So Green Dude getting on a spaceship, Green Dude getting out of the spaceship, where Travel B flies in to the side of the L train, and then Green Dude backs up a little bit. So we're going to have him back up a little bit and then exit off to the right. And I just want to say for the record that some of these movements are more complex. I think I could pull it off with one camera. Thankfully, I have two. That's kind of the point. Two is really the way to go, as you can see, to get the full, tracking capabilities. And some of this stuff may be too difficult to use for production, but I'm sure as hell going to use it. If I have to change out some of the keyframes to edit like one small move, like it seemed like his hand kind of got stuck as I moved back to the to turn off the camera. I was kind of dancing, but I don't even think I'm going to use that, so I'm not too worried about it. Everything else seemed to track well. And so the next scene is Travel B's coming in. We're going to see him kind of flying off out into the yonder, and then kind of flying next to the L track of Green Dude. And at some point, Green Dude's going to take a few steps back, and he's going to exit to the right. So I'll be up close to this part here. So I'm going to start dancing, and then I'm going to back up a little bit, and then kind of like go off to the right. Maybe I'll wave. Nah, probably not. Yeah, so I'm backing up, and I'm either going to step or just turn and walk onto out the door. So I'm kind of doing this by eye. It's hard to tell exactly. I might have to move the whole animation to make this work, but at least I can work off this, which I like, that he's got to kind of move backwards and then he's got to move to the side. So the timing will be cool. But that's what we're doing here. So we got to get our recorder back up, and we're going to have to do a new background because this table is no more. We don't need it anymore. So I will move the table. And we're going to just go through the process again. First, I will get up, take a sip of Joe. Slide the chair in. Do a quick pan around the room. Seems like everything's aight. Evaluate background. One 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000, 9 1,000, 10 square 1,000, million, trillion, billion, trillion, billion. Aha! Background, check. And now we go to record. We need to get our beats back up. So Okay, so I'm like, bam, 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 dancing, 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 and then I'm moving back, moving back, moving back. Here, let me see. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm dancing, 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 and moving back, moving back, moving back, and then I'm turning around and I'm walking out the door. Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of do it like I'm dancing. At some point, kind of maybe want to like dip down. And I wonder, this will be interesting because the one camera can see me, but the other camera can't. So how far can this camera? Okay, so right there. So, and then maybe get down. So let me put a little marker right here on the floor. I've got this little box to distinguish where I need to basically, that's the edge of the train car. So maybe I'll even stand over here a little bit. Can I get up closer? I don't think it matters. And instead of just going ahead and setting up the scene and the Mocap Studio, I'm just going to record both of these back to back. Oh wait, no, we have to see. I wonder if that calibration would work. I'm going to do an experiment. I'm pretty sure that calibration will still work because the cameras are the same. It doesn't necessarily matter that the background's different with the table gone, at least by my math. It could matter, but it had nothing to do with the tracking system, right? Which was the cardboard and me going like this. So let's just go ahead and we'll try it. We'll do the recording, and if we need to, we'll redo the scene calibration. No biggie. Okay, we're gonna take a short break because these files are huge. Uploading them to Dropbox, downloading them onto the other computer, and most people, you can do this on one machine. I'm using another one because I ran out of the 30-day trial period on this machine. And yeah, so we're gonna stop and restart as soon as I'm ready. I'll see you in a minute. Whoop, whoop. All right. We are back in action, and we are now going to import a new file. So I went into File. It's just File, New Project. Don't save. I mean, you could save it. It's just it's not really necessary for my purposes. I already got the FBX I needed. I've got all the core data with the original IP recording, video recording with the, so I mean I could redo all this relatively easy. Green dude leaves L. All right, action project, next. And just make sure this is on the right one. Calibration, background with table, open, next. One actor, bring it, let's try to bring it to 6.2. You can save all of these individual profiles. I'm not doing that because it seems like everyone, depending on where I stand in relation to the camera, it either sees me as 6.2 or it sees me as 5.9. So we'll use the fast tracking algorithm. I'm going to go ahead and enable head tracking. If you do head tracking with a single camera, you're going to notice a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of interesting. Let's see. Oh, it's post-processing. We'll just let it. We'll do the forward track and see how it rolls. All right. I'm dancing. This file is shorter. It's only just under a gig. Yeah, it did. It works. So if you go off camera, off one of the other cameras, the other camera will continue to track. I just wanted to make sure, we just confirmed it. I went off camera, the right camera here, and it still tracked. So that's pretty cool. Let's go into options. Let's just bring all this stuff up to 4. And press OK. We'll go back to the beginning. That's weird. Jitter removal. Now, if you noticed, I didn't change the height, and I didn't use flexible lower spine. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this just to see if it matters. Okay, now we'll go to the back. Make sure all that's up to 4. Okay. And then we'll bring jitter removal up to trajectory filter up to 4. All right, let's bring in Green Dude. I'm going to put it side by side so we can just watch and see how it works out. Yeah, so hopefully right before I turn, the spaceship, the L doors will, well, the spaceship, the Travel Bee's doors will open and Green Dude will get on. Coolness. All right, let's export that. Let's put it back to overlaid. Let's go back to the beginning just in case. And it's that simple. I mean, those are done. You open them up in Cinema 4D and bam, your dude's there running around. All right, and we will get to that part. We've got one more acting out to do. So let's switch to Screenerino and turn on this guy. Background set, because we're using the same stuff. And let's check out the scene here. Okay, so Green Dude gets on the spaceship, then they leave. This scene happens. The spaceship's flying. And then Travel Bee is going to be coming in and docking on this ship. So Travel Bee comes in, docks on the ship, scene changes, bam. And from here to the end, you will see Green Dude get out, exit the spaceship, turn around, and wave. Bye, see you soon, right? So if I entered the spaceship, because I haven't even designed the door mechanism on Travel Bee yet, right? So we didn't even know which side that opens on. But since we already set the precedent of the door, which the door could be on either side, but we'll just keep it to one side for now. So Travel Bee flew up to the train and Green Dude exited. The door is opening on the right side if Travel Bee is facing forward of the Travel Bee spaceship. Therefore, Green Dude is going to... He's always bopping around, right? He's bopping around. He's coming out. He's going to kind of like step out like this and just be like, bye. And it looks like everything's being seen. Okay. And one more time, just going to kind of go over this. So I'm on the spaceship, I do the T-pose, I'm on the spaceship, it's kind of jamming, hanging out, and it's like, whoosh, right? And then I go over here, and then I step out. So I can start a little over here before, that worked out. I was a little concerned that the head, if you see my head, the top of my head on the left camera, but as it turns out, it doesn't matter if you're fully on camera as long as you're partially on or fully on camera within one of the cameras. You don't have to be fully on camera within both cameras. So that's really cool and good to know. Okay, so I'm right here T-posing it and then go dance, 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 dance. Exit here. Let's just make sure I'm still on camera, right? And then I turn, and then maybe I step out like this. I'm like, bye. Bye, everybody. See you soon. An adventure's waiting you in the Green Dude universe. Happy NFT. Okay. All right. So, let's do this. Do this like Brutus. All right. We need our beats. Let's get our beats back up here. start recording. Green dude steps out. I think that's plenty of data. Stop recording. Close. All right, I'm gonna stop that track. Some original Burt Nell for you. And we'll bring on this monitor. All right, so we've got everything we need. And let's see, what time is it? 10:22. 10:19. That's the one. Let's rename this. Green Dude Wave. All right, and I will be back in a minute after this long upload and download process happens. It's actually not that long, but either way, we will be right back. Welcome back. Your dreams are your ticket out. Welcome back to Why Down. Welcome back, Cotter. Okay, back to our situation. Gonna go up to File, New Project, do save. I mean, you can save if you want to. Just disregard that part of it. But I'm not saving these because I have all the data and there's not much to it. And it can always be better, I suppose, if and when I come back to it, which I might. But let's get through this. So, IP data. Green Dude Wave. Open. Action Project. Action Jackson. Where you go? Next. Yep, that's the same one. Same calibration scene as we've been using, right? That's right. Next. One actor. Next. 6'2". Finish. All right. Let's see. Use fast tracking algorithm. Enable head tracking. So yeah, I guess head tracking works well if you have stereo infrared cameras. Let me go ahead and just set these up because it seems to be pretty consistent. My jitter removal needs are pretty damn straightforward. I'm a low maintenance man. I know what my jitter removal needs are. Stat. Left arm, 4. Right arm, 4. Left leg, 4. Right leg, 4. Head, 4. Torso. Keep it in the middle, 2. And that reminds me, torso, because I keep forgetting to do this. Let's put the spine on flexible lower spine. Yes, indeed. Okie dokie. And we will put this trajectory filter. 4. Ba-ba-da-bow. Ba-ba-da-bow. All right. Track forward. IP looks good. The IK rig looks good. Stepping off to the side, getting out of the ship. I'm turning around. And I'm waving to the universe, saying goodbye, and I'll see you soon. That was like a Meatloaf jam. Call that the Green Dude Meatloaf Jam. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see you soon, 'cause I'm Green Dude, and I'm waving from my spaceship on top of a spaceship, going into a planet that Burton designed. Oh yeah. This looks good though. This looks fine. I mean, it's simple, right? But just so you... Oh, that looked weird. Okay. The way the body turned there. Not that it matters, but this hand... And that doesn't matter either, because Green Dude should be waving until he disappears into that planet, and I'll bring that up. So, where are we at? Right here. So this is the scene. Green Dude's waving. Bye. We love you. We're going somewhere else. Weep. Okay. So that is that. This is going to be interesting. Believe it or not, I rendered that in standard. I will be rendering all of the new shots in Redshift, which is going to be cool. It's going to be cool to give it a snazzy new look. And it's going to be really cool to bring in Green Dude and Travel Bee into these scenes. It's going to be even cooler being able to share all this with you guys. So I'm really excited. But in this portion of the Green Dude Universe NFT series design workshop, if you will, whatever, the motion capture part, let me see. So I go back. Okay. And that's interesting. It reset. I don't know if it, because it says it's post-processing. I mean, I get what post-processing is. I just thought maybe I'd give it a extra leg up and just do it all at once. Flexible lower spine. Maybe we stiffen the spine, or maybe we make it even more flexible, because there is the good old-fashioned dancer spine. Dancer spine, right. So used to saying spline. This line of work, we deal with splines all the time, man. Okay. This is an okay. And this is jitter removal is gonna happen. Remove it. Remove it. It's done. It's happening right now. And like I said, when I turn around, yeah, hey, it seems fine. Seems fine. Awesome. That's great news. Okay, let's bring in Green Dude, export this FBX, and get the fuck out of here. Okay, set target character, Green Dude. All right. So let's check them out side by side so we can just kind of see how this plays out. Looks nice. And if you want, you can navigate around this scene like you can in any 3D software. Look at that. Yeah. And that arm is just hanging so nicely. Yeah, this is really great. Okay, what I was going to say is I pre-shot all these using one camera. And there's a little snapback, but oh yeah, that's fun. Okay, so fortunately, in the end of these recordings / Ippy Mocap Studio processings, there's some little tweakle deakles, and they're no good. But fortunately, they're not going to be in the shot that I'll be using. And thus far, I feel confident that we got good shots on all the actual scenes in which we will need. In fact, and then some, because we're going to make them as tight as possibly can. Seconds, not minutes, seconds, my friends. With that being said, I did shoot all of this using one camera, and that's when I realized that one camera is no bueno. And then I waited for my little Kinect to PC cable came and tested it. I was going to shoot all of this in the live room, but I went ahead and just set it. They're literally both sitting on top of the studio monitors I have on this side of the room. So let's see if I can move this. So one of the cameras is right here, and adjacent to this on the other side of the desk there's a similar speaker stand just like that with another Xbox camera. So that's how I set mine up. It's pretty easy to mount them to anything really, but I would imagine that it's important that they're on the same levels. That's pretty much the long and short of it. So let's go back into here, and we will overlay, and we will export the booty ray, and this is Green Dude Wave. Put that in Green Dude FBX. Boom, down, down, ding, dong, dong. Save you, sir. Export T-pose, center coordinate system on the character's position. Oh, shiza. I didn't save that last one at 24 frames per second. I'll have to make a note of that and redo that one because I'm pretty sure I forgot to export that at 24 frames a second. So that's something to consider. Of course it matters. It all matters. Codecs, frames per second, beats per minute, something for something. It all matters. Okay, to sum this up, we have done a run through with a single Microsoft Kinect 1, I guess it's called, but I call it the Kinect 2 because it's the second Kinect that they came out for the Xbox. So we did the Ippy Record and Ippy Mocap Studio 4 work through, and then we went stereo. For lack of a better explanation, it's more actually like 3-dimensionals. And we put one on basically each camera on a 90-degree angle and did our damn thing. So we walked through the entire process. The next step is bringing these FBX into Cinema 4D and then starting to chop up those frames, chop up those other animations so we can work in Travel B, so we can work Travel B and Green Dude into the other spaceship scene, and then render those in Redshift, etc., so on and so on and so forth. So that may be the third installment, and maybe I'll do this all as one. I'm not quite sure yet. So that's all we got for tonight. And this is Create Stage. I am Burton L. This is the Green Dude Universe NFT series workshop where I am showing you how I am working and producing these incredibly fun motion design scenarios and situations and the animations. Everything from the music to the animation, we do it all here. Whoop! And that is all for tonight. As I said, I'm not quite sure if this is going to be the end of this video or just the third middle point. But anyways, we got a lot going on here. A lot of time invested, and I got shit to do. So I love you. Love your show. Stay safe. Be healthy. Love everybody like they are your family. Treat everybody with respect. And definitely do not disrespect anyone unless they disrespect you. But do it solely on their actions, not on anything that you may be able to cast judgment on, because that is just bogus bullshit. Peace.